how does that look is the question. So if we flip through this, we'll bring up the crew info. We'll take that down.
Ah,
That's why.
ah.
That's gonna make my life just a little bit harder, but fuck it, we'll do it live. Alright, I am going to everybody, and welcome to yet another Goose Thunder Bake Off. My name is Tolbert Hart. I'm going to be facilitating our fun events today. Please let me know in chat if anyone needs to be turned up or turned down, or if you aren't able to hear me at all and I'm just speaking to the void. Before we get going, welcome. This Bake Off is brought to you by the Goose Thunder Podcasting Network. We are a group of amateur volunteers who want to help and assist young artists in the production of podcasts and other audio dramas. We're just a bunch of kooky, crazy voice actors and sound designers and writers coming together to try and make cool stuff. Cool. Sorry, just checking chat. So what is a bake-off? So a bake-off is generally used to describe a writing exercise where writers take a short amount of time to write a script given using pre-assigned themes and elements. We have essentially done the same thing. As y'all know, we opened up script submissions for a weekend, and they had from April 23rd at 6 p.m. PST to April 24th on Sunday, to submit that. So that is a 24-hour period. And here we are, getting ready to read some of our amazing works. We're joined today by a lovely cast and crew. Thank you all so much for joining us. And why don't we take a moment to introduce ourselves? Dylan, why don't you tell the lovely folks about you? Where can we find you on the internet?
Hi, I'm Dylan. You can find me on Twitter at dshane28. Yeah.
Great. Allie, how about you?
Hi, I'm Allison Dauphine. You can find me on Twitter at Dauphine Dolphin or Instagram at Allison Dolphin.
Perfect. Kiana, where can folks find you?
Hi, I'm Kiana. You can find me on Instagram at kiana.triana or on my website, kianatriana.com.
Perfect. And Tal, where can folks find you?
Hello, you can find me on Twitter at Starplanes or online at talmanir.com.
Perfect. All right, we are going to go ahead and start our first, our first story. If you'll give me just a moment, I'll be right back to pull that up. Our first story is After Sound, written by Justin Joyce. They are an Oregon-based New York City writer and tabletop game designer. You can find all of their work at Radio Air Hyper. They write a lot of weird, surreal fiction and games that explore emotional outlooks of the world and how people perceive it, with just a little bit of comedy mixed in. Again, you can go find them on all social media at Radio Air Hyper. All right, and without further ado, let's begin. After Sound, written by Justin Joyce. The sound of waves gently crashing against the shore of a beach. Seagulls pass overhead, cawing and crying. Wendell sighs.
At least the weather's okay, I guess. Little victories.
Wendell walks along the shore, silent for a moment. He whistles as he goes to complement the ambient calmness of the beach. Slowly, a sound fades in. Rhythmic chanting, distant, further down the beach. Wendell's whistling stops.
What the?
Oh, we here! Oh, we here! Oh, we here! Oh, we here!
What are these folks doing?
Wendell starts walking towards the group, but stops himself.
No, they're just eccentric beachgoers. There's no story here. You're not on the clock. You don't even have a clock, Wendell. Just breathe and enjoy the day.
Excuse me.
To Jesus!
Wendell whips around to see Samantha, a woman dressed in long, loose-fitting robes. There's a small folding table planted in the sand beside her, with a phonograph and rotary phone carried in her arms.
I didn't mean to startle you.
No, I'm sorry. I was just caught off guard. I didn't hear you.
Well, my apologies. I was simply hoping you could assist me.
Um, depends on what you need.
Well, as you can see, I have quite a bit of stuff here. I need to bring it down to my kin by the rocks and the shore there. They've already begun the festivities, and I'd hate to pull any aside for this.
I was gonna ask about your get-up there. Aren't Halloween wizard robes a bit much for a beach day, Ms.
Samantha.
Wendell? I'll give you a hand. If
If?
If you answer a few questions for me about what your little event or gender reveal party or whatever it is.
I'd be happy to. I love people curious about the kin.
Right. So what should I grab?
If you could get the table and that bag beside it, that'd be swell.
Wendell picks up the table and the bag. He follows Samantha as she walks along the shore. There's a distinctive rattling from inside the bag.
So, what did you want to learn?
I mean, I guess my first question now is what's up with the phone and the phonograph?
Well, they're essential tools for a liturgy. The phonograph plays the ancient apologetics, while the phone lets us commune directly with his spirit.
So this is a religious event? No offense, are you some kind of Catholic, or is this more of a fringe thing?
I suppose fringe is an apt description.
Your sect here have a name?
Sound wavers is what our younger members coined for us, which I believe is accurate to describe who we are.
Sound wavers. Okay.
Though the technical term is the kin of radio.
I assume radio is your god?
More than just a god. Much more.
The sound of the chanting is growing louder, steadily as they approach.
All we hear! All we hear! All we hear! All we hear!
Interesting. Do you come out here often for these liturgies, you called them?
No, this is actually the first time we've gathered for such an event.
Special occasion?
You're a very inquisitive man, Wendell. You're like a reporter.
Well, I was a reporter.
Oh! Well, now this makes much more sense. Are you planning on writing a story about me and my kin?
As interesting as I'm sure it'd be, I'm not employed right now. I guess I could cold pitch something, but that's neither here nor there.
The way you speak implies that you only recently lost this employment.
Yeah, yesterday. It's fine though. Gotta look for greener pastures.
Is that newspaper in your jacket pocket from your old workplace?
Huh? When did you...
Ah, we're here! Hello, my kin!
Pleasant voices upon you, Conductor Samantha.
And gentle whispers to all of you. Continue your exercises. We will begin soon.
The kin of radio make their way from the two. Wendell whistles awkwardly.
Well, happy to help. You're very interesting. I hope to see you again soon. I'll just set this down and...
I'm sorry, and feel free to say no, but could you just help me set this up a bit as well?
Sure. I'm not in a rush or anything.
Excellent! This rock here is our marker. You can set the table above that.
Wendell sets the table up, and Samantha places the phonograph on top of it. She holds the phone closed and starts rooting around in her pockets.
Is that a wax cylinder?
Yep.
I haven't seen one of those outside a museum.
It's a very prized family heirloom. Many years spent crafting it and perfecting the apologetics.
What exactly are these apologetics, huh? What is it exactly you all believe?
You have a wonderful whistle. Has anyone ever told you that?
Wendell starts digging through the Samantha starts digging through the bag Wendell sat in the sand.
No, I can't say anyone has.
You see the driftwood my people have collected there? Could you take this chalk and just make some simple oval markings on them? And just number them as you go. 1, 2, 3, and so on.
If you answer my question, then sure.
Of course. The apologetics are a collection of sounds, curated and brought together into one harmonious noise that communes directly to radio. Sound itself is a glorious and wonderful thing. But We know the deeper knowledge and connection that sound bring to us. The way that a single note of a song can play, and the brain will instantly know the full song coming. The way a specific ringing of wind chimes can let you know exactly where you are. When a tingle can transport you back to your childhood. Or when a music plays and sends a shudder through a crowd and they become a unified force, joined together as one. Shut your eyes and hear a greeting in a language you know, and see how fast you know the call and response. A cry or caw can transform the human into a mass of fear, sadness, anger. Pavlov had it right. His mistake was that he only looked at the surface level interface of the human mind and the primordial development of sound. They call it the Big Bang for a reason. We have sound recordings of things deep below the ocean, but also we can hear the universe beyond our sky tearing itself asunder. Things we cannot perceive with the paltry idea of sight we took for granted.
Right. That's all something, all right.
I'm sure it must all sound strange to you. I know people struggle with our beliefs.
I mean, I get where the idea comes from. I suppose hearing and sound and all that is pretty deeply ingrained cultural something or other.
Indeed.
Hey, are those bones?
Yes, we need material of the flesh to help filter the noise to radio.
So you're sticking them in the cone of the phonograph. That's a little weird. What are they even from?
Nowhere illicit, I can assure you.
Feels like an answer to give if something was illicit.
Well, you can't please them all. Just set the wood by the water when you finished, please.
Sure. So why apologetics?
Well, we commune with radio in hopes for forgiveness.
Forgiveness? What, like original sin?
No, it was our kind that killed radio. Before the world was mostly water as we know it now, before the Great Flood, humans lived much as we do now, blissfully ignorant of our position. And around us all were these beings of delight. Antediluvian as they were, they had no idea that cataclysm we would cause them. They lived here, the very foundational makeup of our reality tethered and harnessed into beings beyond our comprehension. Their very existence on this earth, having landed here when they sensed budding simple life, allows us our senses. Our taste, our touch, our smell, our sight, our hearing. But they sought to settle. But we are beings of war and death. It was our ancestors that treated them as they should be treated, like gods, but only to make them fat. When the time came, they drove blades into them, but only radio suffered. The others, they bled, but managed to flee, and the blood we drank from them ensured we would carry these senses. But radio let out a sound, a screech that shook this earth. In one swoop, this place rattled, and the water far below the earth swelled overtop the now lost continents, killing many of us. Radio was overcome. His very life force, his skin, his bones became like static, simply a noise. Stuck flowing within the water, the ocean itself. But his presence here allows us that hearing we so craved.
This is getting a little crazy for me.
That ringing in your ears? That's his spirit, screaming out.
Listen, I'm just gonna get out of here. It's a pleasure. You're very interesting. I just...
I have one more thing I'd like from you.
I'd rather not.
Please. I just want you to whistle for us.
What?
For our liturgy. I would like you to whistle. You're the extract of doubt we need.
Listen, I don't believe in your weird thing. No offense, I'm just not here for it.
You're exactly what we need, Wendell.
What exactly do you think I am, miss? What do you think this is?
The final liturgy needs someone like you. A doubter. Once we tune perfectly his frequency, radio's spirit will emerge, and the cacophony will burst through, his life re-imbued, a power beyond anything you could possibly imagine. For a single moment, all sound, everywhere, will be him. And then, just as quickly, there will be no sound but the natural world. The waves receding, new land emerged. We will be purged from here, brought into his glorious aftersound. And with our transgressions removed from this place, the continents returned, new life, better life can spring up. The world can return to its natural state as it was before the flood.
Let's just pretend for a second that that's even vaguely correct. You just said that we existed in the pre-flood time, so why would we need to be gone, huh?
We forfeited the rights to this world when we rebelled against those who made it possible for us to thrive within it.
You're crazy. I get it. I wish you luck in your nonsense, but I'm leaving.
Leaving to where? Be honest, you have nowhere to go.
What?
You said yourself you've lost your employment. You wouldn't be sulking at a beach if you had something more waiting for you.
You're not fooling me. I'm not doing anything because you try to make me feel strange.
Did you intend to make your way back where you came from? You don't carry yourself like a New Yorker. Returning somewhere a failure when you could set yourself for greatness is the saddest defeat.
Listen here, you clown. I can get a job anywhere. I'm a damn good reporter.
And that's what I need. Someone dedicated to reporting objective fact. With their eyes, their tongue, their hands, their nose, their ears. A reporter observes the facts of the world as it is, and they cast their doubt on the lies. It is the extract of doubt I seek. Be a reporter. Observe the facts. Doubt and hope for answers, and your voice will carry our tune to his frequency, as he will hear that there is a question about his return. If nothing happens, which you clearly believe, then you'll have a story about this strange little group that someone will want to sensationalize and purchase from you.
This is ludicrous.
But if we succeed, then everything as we know it will end as it is. A paradise of only our greatest noises will await. You cannot tell me that there isn't temptation there. The chance to break free, to no longer struggle under a system that cares not for you, to worry tomorrow about how you will live today.
I can't believe this.
Wendell, you seem like a smart and inquisitive man. You've already marked the wood with chalk, sent them to the sea. Why not see to the end of this journey?
A silent beat. The kin of radio are silent, surrounding Samantha and Wendell. They wait.
What do you say?
Wendell starts whistling. The whistling distorts, and we hear the sound of a car radio being adjusted. When it settles, it's a strange noise. A melodic sound. Music directly crackling within it. The sound of Robert Frost reading The Road Not Taken. Alfred Tennyson's reading The Charge of the Light Brigade. A rotary phone as it dials a number slowly. Queen's Radio Gaga, but so cannibalized you'd never know. Crunching noises, metal grinding static, indistinguishable calm reading, and someone whistling, and beneath it all, the kin chanting.
All we hear, all we hear, all we hear, all we hear, all we hear.
Do not adjust your car radio. What you hear is not a mistake or an error. It is the truth unleashing. What you hear now is not an error. Breathe in. Breathe away. Turn your head towards the clouds. Do your speakers beat? Have you ever wondered how much longer your ears would show you the true nature of reality? They say when you die, the last sensation people experience is the sound of their neurons all firing one final time. But that is not the case. What you hear is the final reconnection with his glorious after sounds. You are returning to the place before your birth, a void of blissfully loud silence.
All we hear, all we hear, all we hear, all we hear, all we hear.
Do not skip forward. Do not try to change your station. All you will hear is this. Turn your ear now towards the heavens. The Tower of Babel is the spiral of our DNA. The ladder was not earned, it was taken. Never forget that the nature of all things has never been perceived in its purest state. We know not what this would look like, freed from our restraints. But soon, this place will not suffer from us.
All we hear, all we hear, all we hear, all we hear, all we
The
hear.
noise is swelling.
Never forget that we took from the universe. Never forget what we chose to do with it. Now the crust of this soil will be free of our contempt, our apathy, our pollution. Life will win. Life will win. Life will win. New life will thrive as it was meant to. And we will flourish as one with the great after sound. If there is a single sound you wish to hear before all you hear is his sound, make it now.
The noise grows, a terrible conflagration of pandemonium. The cacophony blends into something not quite recognizable.
All we hear,
Is.
all we hear,
Is.
all we hear.
Is.
Oh my god.
There's a sound like a gong falling from heaven. As it fades, the sound of tires screeching, skidding, crashing into a tree. Then, as though through the still functioning car radio, there is the sound of calm waves, peacefully pushing and pulling and receding, and the waves continue, slowly. The end. Whew, boy, whew! Such a great script. Thank you, Justin Joyce, for submitting After Sound. It is absolutely fantastic. We're going to take a brief moment so I can go ahead and pull up this other script, which is going to be Waves of Change, written by R.A. Delin. Give us one moment, and we'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. The next script we're going to be reading is Waves of Change, written by R.A. Delin. As a word of warning, this piece does contain discussions of climate change and the inevitability of death. And so we begin. We fade into the sounds of an ocean before a storm. Thunder far in the distance. Wind, footsteps on sand, and then carefully across stone as Sondine makes their way onto the rocks. There's a siren's call from far across the water, and water ripples as Melissoir surfaces with Sondine's approach.
The storms are coming earlier each year.
Sondine sits down, sets a blanket beside them, a basket beside them.
They've changed the winds. The cold doesn't last, or it stays too long. The air doesn't know how to follow.
The sea is losing its partner.
It will find it again. It always does. But our time scales aren't always meant to see it.
Perhaps we will this time.
One can hope. I miss our nights together out on the ocean. We used to have so much time, but with the storms coming early and the waters rising, I can't leave if I don't know I'll have a home to return to. And you can't come before the water's warm.
Will a storm wash in so quickly?
Will I be able to forgive myself if it does? My people need the boat, and we don't have We don't have the trees right now to build another. All we have is the chalk of the cliffs, and even that is being washed away. It's only a matter of time before the land is gone entirely.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
There is silence for a moment as they contemplate and listen to the ocean around them. Meliswar dips underwater to breathe in the interim.
Do you ever think about what it will be like for you when the seas rise? Our homes will be swept under, but yours will expand. You'll be able to see the gardens we've cultivated.
If I can see your gardens, then my homes also will have been swept under. Sunlight moves with the surface of the sea. We dwell in the depths, but even my kind needs the light. Our East will starve without the sunlight.
Oh, I never thought of that.
It's all right. We live out of sight. It's easy to forget.
Meliswar dips underwater again to breathe.
But I don't like to forget you.
What about you? Have you ever wondered what it would be like if the tides of fate were reversed?
Never reversed, but I have wondered what your home is like. You've told me such amazing stories of it. I can only imagine what that world you come from is like.
I could always show you.
I could never follow. You know I can't leave, Mel.
And if you didn't have to worry about the boat?
What would you suggest? I can't swim like you.
I could sing.
I couldn't be the cause of another's death before their time.
Well,
Meliswar dips underwater again to breathe.
what if it wasn't a ship?
What else would it be?
A storm.
You want to summon a storm.
Storms bring more than just winds and water, you know. The weak and wandering also find themselves caught up in the currents.
You seem to forget that the only reason we're able to meet is because this is the calm before the storm. If you were to call it in, we would lose our window, and I could lose my home.
It wouldn't be so strong. What balance would there be if a siren could sing any storm they please? It's only enough to guide prey.
But your prey are ships, and those don't move easily.
Only if you're trying to steer them. They stray more easily than you'd think.
Meliswar dips underwater and begins swimming towards one of the further rocks.
If you let me,
Sondine leaps to their feet and tries to follow them.
Wait,
just something short. We can call in.
Meliswar, no.
There is a tense moment where even the ocean seems to pause.
I'm sorry, but no, we can't.
Do you not trust me?
I do, Mel, more than anyone. But nature is not a person. It's a force with its own whims, and I know what happens when people try to control forces that they think they understand. The weather changes, and the oceans rise, and the fish disappear, and my people are the ones who suffer for it. We've lost so many.
You're tired of your fate being held in the hands of others.
Yes, and I couldn't bear it if our actions, well-meaning, added another hand to that.
I see.
There's a moment of silence, but this one is just tired. Meliswar swims back over and Sondine sits back down.
I'm sorry.
You've done nothing wrong. Your home is important. I'm sorry for pushing.
It's nothing I wouldn't want if times were only different.
If only.
Sondine reaches behind them and pulls over the basket they had left behind. They rifle through it for a moment before pulling out something wrapped in cloth. They carefully unwrap it as they speak.
I did bring you something. I know that your kind have your own tools, but you've mentioned that successful hunts have been fewer and fewer between lately. I wanted to make you something, as thanks for not abandoning me.
Sondine climbs to the water's edge and hands the unwrapped item to Meliswar, who takes it and turns it over a few times.
It's a boning knife. It's supposed to help extract smaller bones. I know it's not the most elegant, but it should do the job.
Sondine, this is beautiful.
They run the blade between their fingers, making a noise as they knit one, and proceed to quickly drop underwater, sticking the digit in their mouth to stop the bleeding. They return and look it over.
Sharp, too.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I made a whetstone and holder for it too, but I'm not sure how useful they'll be underwater.
Could always find an alternative use if not.
That's true.
Sondine reaches into the basket and hands over the holster.
The whetstone is in the pocket.
You're an artist. Thank you.
Of course.
Meliswar puts the knife into the holster and dips underwater to strap it to their torso. Sondine puts the cloth back into their basket and moves it to higher grounds. There's a splash and Meliswar bursts up.
Sond,
What? Is everything okay?
do you trust me?
Mel, we talked about this.
There's a hippocampus out there who I can call in, but I need to be able to sing for the currents to do so. She's at the end of her life and lost. It won't take much.
What if she resists?
She won't. These are her last days, and we won't be gone long.
Are you sure about this?
Yes. Please.
Okay. You can sing for her.
Thank you.
Meliswar dives under and swims out to the rock they've been aiming at before. They haul themselves out of the water.
You'll want to cover your ears.
Sondine pulls out earplugs and shoves them in their ears. They give a thumbs up, and then Meliswar begins to sing. It is a beautiful, haunting, and hypnotic sound that carries across the water like the call of a loon, only more melodic and layered as if the sound were coming from multiple beings. The winds and waves pick up as the song rises, and then the sound of a creature breaching breaks the spell.
There she is.
Sondine stands, pulls the plugs out of their ears.
Oh, wow.
Meliswar slips back into the water and guides the hippocampus closer to the rocks where Sondine is waiting.
They're stunning creatures, aren't they? We keep them for migrations, for those not strong enough to swim the distance on their own. I don't know whose hurt this comes from, though. She seems to have been separated from them, likely by the storm further out. I don't think she's been around anyone for a while for how quickly she came. Poor thing. Do be careful getting on. She's tired, but she's strong, and not immune to startling.
I will.
Sondine carefully makes their way onto the back of the hippocampus. There's some readjustments, and then they settle. Sondine runs a gentle hand across the hippocampus's neck and mane.
Hello, friend. Thank you for this.
The hippocampus makes a tired noise.
Will she be all right to do this?
She won't suffer. The currents are doing most of the work to carry her, and at this point, consciousness is coming like a dream. When she goes, we'll be done, and I'll be there to ease her off. She won't feel a thing.
I hope this is a pleasant dream then.
We'll ensure it is. Are you ready? Unfortunately, I haven't got a lead on me, so you'll have to grab her mane.
Yes, I'm ready.
Then let us go. We'll make sure that you're back before the storm breaks.
The trio begins moving away, the sound of waves lapping left in their wake. There are a few more seconds, and then the ambience fades out. The end. Great. Another great script. Thank you so much, Ari, for allowing us to read this and for writing this for us. It's fantastic. Now I'm going to take a quick moment and pull up our next script. All right, the next story we're going to be reading is untitled, but written by me! Exclamation point. Ooh. Oh, goodness. Display capture. Great. Okay, so, whenever you're ready.
Form of sorts. The wood creaks as the waves press against it. Autumn is drawing with chalk along the surface of the platform while Percy leans against the railing, flipping idly through the pages of a book.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Don't think about what? How my nan's all over your hands?
Chalk drawing stops. Wood creaks as Autumn straightens.
I'm trying not to think about it.
It's tradition. There's nothing to think about.
Except how I'm using an old woman's bones to draw the sigil that will determine what I'll do for the rest of my life.
Can you even be old if you're dead?
Percy!
I'm just saying.
I need everything to go right.
Like with the bait sale?
Percy, please. That was all Elena's fault. I said no tree nuts. Could I have been any clearer?
How about don't bring tree nuts because the specific brand of magic used on the table will make them grow faster than you will fucking believe and collapse.
Percy, not helping.
I'm not trying to help. I'm here to lend you my nan.
Stops drawing abruptly.
Please stop calling it that. Right now, it's chalk.
Her. That's my nan there. Show her some respect. If she could, she'd be beating you with a wooden spoon right now, calling her it.
Sorry, Mrs. Harlow.
Better.
Starts drawing again.
And thank you again for letting me borrow her. I don't have any family members who believe the way I do.
Would never have guessed. You just reek of coven with the fear in your eyes and completely normal insistence on following every suggestion in the rulebook like it's law.
If it's written, Percy, it's meant to be followed.
See? That right there, that's what outs you.
There's nothing wrong with following the rules.
There isn't, but it doesn't have to be perfect, you know? Close enough is good enough, as Nan would always say.
Before or after she was turned into chalk.
You hear her talking now?
Autumn huffs. Chalk drawing continues for a few moments. She ends with a final confident tap on the wood.
How's it look?
Like a sigil.
That's not what I mean. Does it look like the picture in the book?
It's not supposed to look like...
Percy, please.
Book pages riffle.
What page was it? What is this?
Water ritual.
Yeah, the floating platform. Which water ritual?
Summoning a water spirit.
Fancy. Got it. Here.
I can't look at it, Percy. The rules state that...
Oh, we're stopping?
I don't sound like that.
Oh, but you do. Why a water spirit anyway?
Can we just...
I'm lending you my nan, and I'm serving as your witness. Come on, you owe me.
It's stupid.
So?
Water spirits are old and heavy. They press you down, make the dust in your bones settle. They're meant to bring calm and acceptance. All things my upbringing lacked.
Spirits don't work like that. They want compatibility.
I can be calm.
It's not what you can be, it's what you are.
I am whatever I need to be.
It's not about your sigil, Autumn. It's about how it feels. Close your eyes and let your hand move on its own.
I'll mess it up if I close my eyes.
It's not going to be perfect.
It has to be, Percy.
It won't be perfect because you're not perfect.
Just tell me if I got it right.
Oh no, you fucked it up right from the start.
What? How? I caught the overall shape at least.
Your methodology is all wrong. You're not supposed to copy the example. Scrap it.
Percy.
You know I'm right.
But
It's not you, Autumn.
I don't need a fucked up spirit, Percy. One of us should have our lives together.
A perfect spirit isn't really something you're going to find.
I know. That's why I have to be perfect in every other way.
Autumn.
Because if I can show the spirits that even someone like me can put in the effort and the work to be a valuable companion, they'll choose me because I've earned it. Hell, if the spirit's strong enough, then even I, someone whose parents still worship the old god, can raise in the ranks. I could even maybe become a priest or priestess, or is there even a gender-neutral term for...
Autumn!
What?
You don't need to earn a spirit.
I know, I just have to call one. The book was very clear.
You're talking about earning their attention through hard work and a lot of effort. You don't need to try for them to love you. This isn't the same as where you grew up.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to show them my...
You're enough as you are.
Long pause.
But what if I'm not?
That's not really how this works. Just by existing, you're worthy of love. Everyone is. The spirit who chooses you will be the one who thinks that love is worth the sacrifice of crossing the boundary. That's all.
What if I get nothing? What if no one comes and I have to live the rest of my life knowing that...
You'll be fine, even if you get nothing. Even if they don't cross over, they will respond. And just because they don't bind themselves to you doesn't mean they don't care. My aunt doesn't have a specific spirit, but that lets her call on other smaller ones for favors. And when she needs advice, the spirits always answer.
But...
You need to start over, Autumn.
Long pause. Autumn collapses and rolls over on the platform to look at the sky.
Damn it!
Her shout echoes out of existence. A moment passes, and Percy walks near her head.
Having fun?
Do I really have to scrap the entire thing?
Well, it's all about extracting the purest parts of yourself and putting it on display. That there, that's not you.
It's not. It's really not. Can I just draw over it?
Don't see why not.
Okay. I just have to feel it, right?
Yep. Just take a breath, feel the calm in the world around us, and draw whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Autumn takes a breath. The lapping of the water against the ship sounds. Bird calls sound in the distance. They take slower, more calm breaths as the moments tick by.
Okay. I can do this.
And end. Sorry, that's really good. It's a really cute script. Thank you so much to me for providing this. It's so good. Very, very tender. Yes, Lenny, I love it. All right, give us just a moment, and we will be right back with our last script. Thank you all so much. All right, so our next script is Trapped, written. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. That name is spelled incorrectly. It's Frank Zinsius, but spelled Zinsius. Sorry about that. This is written by Frank. Ooh, goodness. Sorry, 1 second. My computer is acting a little funky on my side. There we go. Frank Zinsius is one of the writers for Human Error, which is coming soon. They also wrote WZED. They really enjoy writing end-of-world type stuff, usually involving zombies in some sort of way, and want people to know that anyone can be a hero, even a kid. All right. And let's get started. Whenever you're ready.
Zombies are pounding on the windows and doors. A person is breathing heavily as if having just run.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Ah! Who's there?
My name is Chalk. Thanks for bringing the dead.
I'm sorry, I thought this building was abandoned. Where are you?
Footsteps.
Oh, you're just a kid.
There's no kids in this world anymore.
I suppose you're right.
The building is pretty surrounded. Looks like we are stuck here for a little while. Yeah.
A few seconds of awkward silence.
So, Chalk, what's your real name?
Chalk. I was born after the fall, and my parents felt it was better to leave me unnamed, just in case. I ended up giving myself the name.
Oh, your parents, are they still around?
No. They died a few months ago.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you been on your own since then?
No. There's a few communities around here that I've been splitting time between.
Communities? How many? Where?
You must not be from around here. There's 4. Well, officially there's 3. The outpost technically belongs to Irondale, but they're pretty independent at this point. Where are you from?
Out west, Arizona. Where are these communities?
Well, a moment of calm is a little further down this road here. You would have started seeing signs for it in a bit, but I wouldn't go there.
Why not?
They're kind of weird. They don't really let me stay there very long.
Are they dangerous?
No, nothing like that. The whole place smells weird, and it's kind of hazy.
Where would you suggest I go?
Not outside, that's for sure.
I don't really feel like this is the time to joke.
Who's joking?
A radio statics to life.
Hey, Chalk, you there?
You have a radio?
Shush. Yeah, Bones, I'm here. In a bit of a situation here, though.
Are you in the Wave House?
Her name is Bones?
Your name is Glenn? Yeah, can you see it?
Yeah, you are in a sticky situation. But we got you, though. What do you want your soundtrack to be?
I think you know.
You are messed up, kid. You got it.
Music starts playing.
Is that zombies?
The Bad Wolf version.
That is the superior version. How do you know about that?
Irondale has a bitchin' music selection. Now shush, we're getting ready to have to run.
Why didn't you say you had a radio?
You didn't ask.
Chalk, we'll pick you up from extraction point 420.
420?
Yeah, that's a moment of calm.
Oh, I get it now.
Does it have to be that one?
I know you don't like them, kiddo, but they're the closest safe place.
All right. Let them know I have a passenger with me.
You do?
Yeah, the deadheads are his fault.
Fool. Yeah, we'll let them know.
All right, time to go. The zombies are heading to the right. We need to go left. Make sure you keep up.
I'll be fine.
Okay. Go!
Running footsteps, a few gunshots off in the distance. Chalk begins to sing softly.
Are you singing?
You gotta make extractions exciting somehow.
This isn't exciting to you?
A moment of calm is just around these trees. What the hell?
Running footsteps slow and then stop.
Who are they?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them before.
They don't look too friendly.
No, they don't. Hey, Bones, who are these people at the gates?
At moment of calm?
Yeah, they've got guns and they don't look too friendly.
Shit, get out of there.
I think they're starting to notice us.
They're trying to flank us. Gunshots. Chalk gives a cry of pain and their body drops.
Oh, Chalk! Oh my god, they're dead!
Glenn gives a cry of pain and hits the ground.
Fuck!
The truck screeches to a halt. Gunshots continue, pinging of the truck and pounding into the ground.
Are you Glenn?
Yeah, Chalk's dead.
I see them. Let's get you out of here.
Glenn groans in pain. A door shuts and the truck drives away. The end.
That was great. Awesome. Thank you so much again, everyone, thank you so much to Frank Zinchis for allowing us to read this script. Great. And thank you to all of our cast and crew for voicing these characters. So, before we go, we're going to run through where you guys can find us all. We'll go ahead. We'll start with Dylan one more time. Tell us where folks can find you.
Hi, I'm Dylan. You can find me on Twitter at dshane28. Come hang out.
Perfect. Allie, where can folks find you?
Again, that's Allie, and on Twitter at Dolphin Dolphin and Instagram at Allison Dolphin.
Perfect. Tal, where can we find you?
People can find me on Twitter at Starplanes or at talmaneer.com.
And Kiana, where can folks find you?
You can find me on Instagram at kiana.triana or on my website at kianatriana.com.
Amazing. And my name is Cole Burkhart. You can find me on Twitter at KingCoalMiner, or you can find me on my website at coleburkhart.card.co. You can find Goose Thunder on Twitter at GooseThunderNet, on Tumblr at Goose-Thunder-Network, or you can find our website at goose-thunder-podcasting-network.webnode.com. Thank you all so much, and have a good rest of the day. We will see you at the next Bake Off.